like my version of like Hot Wings, you know? That's what I should maybe do. Is like I should have like developers come on, force them to play their game, and then ask them questions. I think that's kind of
yeah.
That's
like,
what I should do.
How to win? Keep asking questions like, oh yeah, and what did you do then? So, and just for the aliens, it's a clear win, Goliath. I just really love that kind of like angry giant bug.
Giant pill bug coming to kill you. Did you destroy your own harvester? Excellent. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment that.
Oh, okay. It was caught on not 4K, but 1920
It didn't
by
happen.
1080.
It didn't happen. Go.
It didn't happen. Oh, okay. Fine. Why is the harvester so big? Not that I don't like it. I like the harvester size. I like
it's big for exactly why you think it makes sense. It's big because it's epic. The only reasonable option.
Come on, Tanky. Let me in ya. Let me in ya. Let me be your little buddy. I'm your little buddy. Come on, rotate, you son of a bitch. Boom. Okay.
Oh, nice.
For the Emperor! No!
Rise up and I will kill you!
Alrighty, hello everyone and welcome back to Silica. You'll notice I have face cam on because I'm kind of collaborating with a special somebody. I'm actually in contact right now. He's with us right now, the developer of Silica. Say hi. There he is. This is Dram, otherwise known as, his real name is Martin. He is the developer behind Silica. And actually, right away, what I guess how many team members are on the team right now? What's
So currently there's basically 2 more people working on the game. There's me doing programming and everything. Then there are 2 people working in collaboration on the Sol structures at the moment. So graphic artists. They're doing the structures, and yeah, they should move on to other stuff afterwards.
Badass. So that's really cool to hear then. So the plan for today is we're gonna do I guess we'll do like one versus match if we can, and then potentially some co-op. I think that sounds like a good idea. I think.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, what would be your map of choice here if you had to choose?
Are you on to play as the aliens?
I'm playing as bugs. Yep.
All right, cool. In that case, maybe. All right, maybe the easiest way to do it is
I'm thinking Rift.
Let's just go Rift. Yeah, Rift. Let's go Rift.
Great minds think alike. All right, so I'm gonna do.
Or small minds rarely differ, you know.
Or small, yeah, true. There is that little aspect to it as well. I'm gonna make it so it's only this. We'll do. What have you been finding has been a good unit cap lately? Just medium or high, or low? What would you?
Well, the numbers are all over the place. I'm going to be honest with that. So
yeah.
I like medium or high is fine. I'll be like changing the way that thing works anyway in future. Okay. But yeah, medium, high, whichever you want, man.
We'll do high. I'm feeling exciting. All right, so we're gonna do that. Rift Basin, and I will start it up. And I think I misspelled the server name, but it's gonna be Flumpy's server. So, anyway, so
oh yeah, I can see it.
Oh, you can see it. Excellent. So, everybody's
just tell me
watching.
when it's loaded, because they may be a little bit.
Yeah. I'll get it. I'll let you know here. So everyone who's watching, today's goal is to kind of learn a little bit more about the man behind the planet and the aliens and all that. So I have a couple of questions for him. Oh, we can select time of day now. Okay.
Right, cool.
Let's start at sunrise. There we go. So yes. Oh yeah, match is open. So I guess let's. I have a couple of
there we go.
questions here. And not to begin with, how'd you get into game development?
So it actually starts back in like when I was about 12 years old. I was messing around with Unreal Engine 1, right? So Unreal 1, the game, it came out in 1998 or 1999. I forget. I don't want to lie. Okay. So I'm just going to go jump into Centauri, Commander. So began in like 1999 when I was just started like editing basically game, like editing it through the editor that they provided, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun. So I decided, I might want to kind of like make little mods and stuff. I made like a bullet time mod and I don't know what else. And so yes, that kind of led me then into modding with with of course Morrowind and then later Oblivion and so on.
Oh, okay. Neat.
So I just kept like the mods to myself, to be honest. I just like
No,
doing
no.
like mods just for fun. But so that's what I was doing there, and then eventually it led into basically joining the dark mod team. Which
Okay.
was basically the dark mod is a mod for Doom 3, which basically is Thief, right? That's essentially what you could call it.
Okay. Very cool.
And so 'cause I really love Thief. It's a fantastic game. Like
And,
the original ones.
Thief, is that I'm trying to think what Thief is. I remember that's like a lot of looting, right? I remember it being a loot based game where you're like running around like
Yeah,
rooftops and stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's basically a first-person sneaker is the best way to kind of describe it.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, I know that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm aware of it.
Epic game.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's one I kind of I loved modding that one basically. Oh, sorry, not modding it. Sorry. I loved playing that one, and then joining the dark mod team, which was just it was just a mod. That was a hell of a lot of fun to work on, and that kind of led me to doing it in university, like a graphics art kind of thing. I basically got into Bohemia Interactive in 2009. Worked on Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead, then Carry Command Gaia mission. Then I started my own project within the company, Take on Mars. And then afterwards, I basically joined the Reforger team. Like there was an internal project. I worked on Lucy, which is a VR game, but that didn't really go anywhere, to be honest. It got ended relatively early because we were just experimenting with VR and stuff. Decided to move on. But then I moved to something I got destroyed. What? No, I'm like, where did I lose the unit? I don't even know where I lost the unit.
Oh.
Right. Okay. Oh, it just said structure complete. I misheard it. Never mind. I'm done.
Structure destroyed. Structure destroyed.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Oh my god.
Well, you know how it is. Hearing that at the beginning of the game, you really don't want that,
That's horrific.
Right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, man, I built a Goliath immediately and just sent it over.
Yeah.
I have hacks.
As you do. Well, you could actually. You could.
Oh yeah, yeah, there are. I forgot I can enable those. I am host, so
yeah.
I gotcha. I know.
But yeah. So then after.
yeah.
I just want to finish the question thing.
No,
so basically, after Lucy, I worked on I basically joined the Reforger team, worked on that, and then in the evenings I was making kind of like a game called Baltarus, right? And it was basically a concept which I had in 2004 or even before then or something like that, and I decided to kind of like make it properly in the Doom 3 engine as a mod. That was ambitious as hell. Of course, that went nowhere. And so I kind of like started the concept in 2008, like making it proper. Didn't really go anywhere all that much, and then I just dumped it. But then I returned to it in basically 2018. Sorry. And so exactly a decade later.
Okay.
Then of course, then I had actually some experience to do it and so on. And I decided to do it in Unity, so I would be able to release it as a proper game and stuff. And that became basically Silica, and Baltarus, of course, is the name of the planet. Mm-hmm. And because I was working on Reforger, and one evening I was talking to the CEO of Bohemia, and like I said, I was doing this project in my own free time and whatnot. And okay, they're building there. Okay. And long story short, he decided it would be awesome to support this kind of a game. So we came to an agreement, and Silica was born. So Silica itself has been going since 2020, but obviously the vast majority of the FPS stuff was done before then.
Oh, actually, right off into that one. So how'd you obviously you got the planet Baltarus. So were the bugs or the other factions already in Baltarus then, or is that kind of a new creation, I guess, a part of Silica, if that makes sense?
It does make sense. So I planned to have bugs straight from the beginning, because it's heavily inspired by the likes of Dune, Starcraft, and so on. I really love those games, And so I did want to have bugs straight from the beginning. But I properly added them only after it fell under the Bohemia flag, right?
Gotcha.
Because it was just a logical thing. I had a previous game which I was working on, which I didn't finish, a free time game. So I had the kind of like physics-based FPS controller for the character that I had like work in progress. So I kind of finished it, and then I started like logically continuing on doing the bugs and stuff, right? Once I was under the Bohemia flag, and yeah, with the obviously with the bugs. Jesus, I'm gonna have to keep up with you. You're probably like
I know.
dead
This
ahead.
is like my version of like Hot Wings. You know, that's what I should maybe do. Is like I should have like developers come on, force them to play their game, and then ask them questions. I think that's kind of
yeah.
That's
It's
what
like,
I should do.
how to win. Keep asking questions like, oh yeah, and what did you do then? So, and just
Yeah.
be super dodgy.
As I'm building like a I don't know, like a fourth. I don't know what I've got here. I don't got anything really. I really can't. You don't have anything to worry about. I'll be honest. You're probably doing
It's all
fine.
good. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, if I lose, it's just a game. It's just a game.
No, I can see your base though, and it scares me. So I actually gotta. I'm actually scared
you
here.
can
So.
see my base.
I can. Yeah, I sent out a
okay.
bunch of scouts earlier. I think they're all dead. I'll be honest. But you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to find you and eliminate you then.
No,
But,
I'm cute. I'm a cute little bug. Don't hurt me. Just a giant crab monster. Let's see here. Let's bring this here. All right. Let's see what's going on the other one here. Let's see. So, oh, you already answered that. I was going to ask what other projects you've been a part of, but we already got that kind of covered. Let's see here. So you already got all that done. Gosh, you answered that first question. That kind of just rolled up into a whole bunch of them there. I gotta like scroll down my list here. Is development progressing as you hoped, or are there things that you were like hoping you'd already have achieved by now? Like, is there like something that you have been holding you back? Is everything going well? I don't know.
That's a very good question. Development has been going like relatively according to plan, except there was one thing which I absolutely did not expect when like upon the game's release, and that was I really did not expect to be there to be so many units being built by the players. Right? I literally expected like the game was designed for like 100 units or so per like. I literally expect about 200 units overall in a three-way match, roughly speaking. That was my original expectation. Obviously, it went way beyond that. It, in quotations, it created performance issues, which I did not have before. So that was one of the things which was really like tough to kind of deal with, because obviously, I didn't expect to have that as a problem. Jesus, you're building nodes like crazy. Stop building them.
The players like building crabs, I tell you, and other shenanigans. No, actually,
exactly.
Stop it. Get away. Let's see. I need to increase production of crabs. I haven't done enough crabs. All right, hang on. I gotta do this real quick. How do you
oh
go
my
to first
god!
person
I
mode
found
again?
the motherload. Oh Jesus Christ! I found the motherload.
Oh, it's direct control. There it is. Found it again.
I found the motherload of all the little.
Hopefully my protected
shrimplings.
crabs. Come on, boys.
Look at all them shrimp. You gotta hit their economy early, man. You gotta hit the alien economy early, or they kind of like grow up. Oh god!
I'm trying to dodge your gun. I can see it rotating.
Get off my
I'm trying to get out. No. Okay, I gotta get out of there. All right.
Yes.
My crabs are chasing you. Okay, so at least I've got someone helping me. All right, so let's see here.
I had to take FPS control of this because this is just.
No, I know it's insane. Otherwise, let's see here, boys. Get the giant Humvee.
No resources for you, man. No resources for you.
Oh my God, crabs! Get him! Charge! Let's see here.
So, how did you get into streaming?
How did I get into streaming? Let's see here. Yeah, no, I forgot. I'm in combat now. Essentially, it happened in college. Oh, good. Now you're trapped in your own mineral. Oh my God! You keep stopping.
It was a tactical question.
Yes. No.
Oh no! Go away.
Essentially,
so continue on the streaming.
2017, I was in college, and I have been doing a bunch of random stuff since then, but I had finally gotten myself a computer, like an actual proper one. I had a laptop in high school that was really awesome. It was very cool to have that as an option, and I used that for... Actually, if you really want to deep dive into the Flumpy lore, you go find a channel called Gambit Gamers, specifically look up the Black Rose, and that is an old channel with some friends of mine. The thing is, though, is I was the only one who ever uploaded, and then they did make. They all made. It was funny. It was like the one time I didn't make it to like the little meetings because we were trying to meet up and do this. They had actually done a video without me, the bastards, and actually it's actually like the best video on the channel outside of one of the other ones I had done. But it was always fun to do, and I enjoyed it. But I couldn't really do much because my laptop. I had like Windows Movie Maker. That was my software of choice, and then OBS. But my laptop couldn't handle either. And so in college, I finally got the money after working sod farm during the summer. Oh gosh, you were drawing away my entire economy. Oh, here we go. Here, hang on. I got a fix to your shenanigans, finally. All right, let's do this.
It was a tactical question. Oh, shite.
Let's do this.
Oh, no.
I
Okay,
sent literally everyone after you. I need to kill you.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, finally. Okay, you did a lot of damage, I'll be honest. You did so much.
Oh, yeah, but oh god, I'm getting attacked in my own base now.
What was it though? You deserve it. But so I finally built my first computer, and you know, like, have you ever built a computer before?
Yeah, I always used to build my own computers.
Okay.
Always. But I hate it. I don't enjoy it anymore. As a first
timer, it was insane. It was horrifying because I spent all this money on this tech stuff. I don't know what I'm doing, so like I watched a couple 4-hour videos on how to build a computer. Now I can do it, no problem. I know pretty much where everything goes, and the manuals tell you what's going on, so it's all good. But so I built it. I was really happy with it. And my whole goal was so I could play Star Citizen. I still can't play Star Citizen even with my better computer.
No.
But it's getting better. I mean, actually, to be fair, last time I played it was actually fairly well. I got frames and all that. But my first time with my new computer I had built was like 15 frames a second, and you can actually see it on the TheFlumpySquid channel. That was my first video. Was a Star Citizen one, and it's just cringe, man. It's horrible. But yeah, no, I got it. I mean, sorry, I'm starting to like ramble on, but essentially, I got into it during college, and it's been fun. It keeps me kind of sane. I've also through it, I've been able to meet some cool people like yourself. It's given me a couple of opportunities. Plus, I'm like I mentioned before recording, doing the like social media management for a studio, so I'll give them a shout out. Impeller Studios, there you go. Yeah, so it's just been really cool, and that's kind of what my draw has been. And I kind of went to school or college for journalism, so I guess doing this kind of a format where it's kind of asking questions and having a conversation with people is kind of a part of that. All right, questions done. That's a long-winded one, and you distracted me really well. Let's see here.
It was a tactical question.
It was a tactical question. Let's see here. Where are my shrimps going off to? Because they are doing silly stuff, such as not performing their duties. Dram, are you behind this? Let's see here. Let me,
I wish I was, man. I wish I was.
All right. So let's see. Speaking of which, what's your favorite unit in the game that you have so masterfully created?
So my favorite unit, that's a tough one. I mean, I would probably have to put it like per team.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, so I just need to kill this enemy unit.
No,
there we go. Finally, yeah, you had one crab chewing on my harvester. I had to kill it.
I have a whole bunch of crabs that are cornering you guys in this little canyon here.
Oh no.
Hopefully they corner you. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, favorite unit.
So, oh god, there's that crab is still there. What?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Persistent little buggers. I don't even know. I'm trying to look inside your base. I don't even know. I can't see any. Let's see here.
I must kill this crab first, because otherwise I will lose. Alright, cool. There we go. Finally. Jesus Christ.
Okay, finally. I have a little...
I got the humans in my base, so...
Fair point. Oh, yeah, you got that
I completely forgot your question.
Favorite unit. For
favorite
faction.
Unit. All right, that's right. So, per faction. So, basically, for humans currently, my favorite unit... Oh, that one's a really, really tough one. I would have to go with... It's a really close one between the pulse truck and the rocket launcher, right?
I like that one.
It's like a really close one between those two.
Okay. Was the second one? It was the pulse truck and...
pulse truck and the rocket launcher, right? The big,
Oh yeah,
giant rocket
yes,
one.
the specialists.
But
I love it.
If I had to choose, like if I was forced to choose, I would say rocket launcher, right? Purely
Okay.
because I based it so much on the Dune 2 rocket launcher, right?
Okay.
So that's why I have a particular love for it. Is the way I would describe it.
Fair point.
So that would be for the humans. For the aliens.
Yes.
For the aliens, it's a clear win, Goliath. I just really love that
Yeah.
kind of like angry giant bug.
Giant pill bug coming to kill you.
The giant angry bug. So
Yes, I love it. It's beautiful. Yeah, no, the Goliath. I would have to agree with the bugs. It's the Goliath. That thing's that's a beast, literally. It's awesome. Let's see
yeah,
here.
so the Goliath is a lot of fun
Ooh.
from my like at least.
You know, and then also now this is just kind of maybe a poking for potential here. For Centauri, is there one coming up that you're excited for?
For Centauri, oh yeah.
Centauri,
Because
yeah.
right now, most of the units that are in now are going to be Sol. Most, right?
Okay,
Or
okay,
I'd say at least 60%.
okay. fair enough.
But afterwards, I am going to, of course. There we go. I am looking forward to, because the siege tank, right? For example, right now,
Yes.
it'll be actually renamed to the plasma tank, and it'll be on the Sol team. And the thing that replaces that on the Centauri team, that I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. That'll be cool.
And I don't want to, and that's going to be called siege tank.
I know, I was trying to trick
wanna...
you into to give me details.
Yeah, so it's going. So I'm looking forward to the siege tank.
Yay! Siege Tank 2.0. That's fun though. That's cool.
Wait, did you claim a bunker? No, you didn't. Oh,
No, I did not.
I thought you claimed a bunker. I was like, what?
What was I gonna say next here? So this is something. So personally, this is something for myself because I'm selfish. But at the same time, I think it'd be kind of useful for other people. Tools in sandbox mode. Do you have a plan for we have a player.
We do indeed.
We do. Do you have a plan for more sandbox like tools? Like, cause I am interested in potentially making a machinima style series for this game because you actually have the tools to allow that.
Oh yes, yes,
there...
I'm looking for. It's last on the list.
Okay.
But I do plan to have a editor style sandbox mode, right? The whole idea is I noticed some people before they made like these stories where they were like where there was one person kind of flying and spawning stuff, and I would like to do official support for that because it was a ton of fun to watch. It was really interesting. What's this dodgy little rocket launcher guy doing?
He's
I'll
having a
take you
good
out
time.
myself. Yeah, he is indeed.
Stop that. He got most of my impalers, little bastard. Damn it, those were kind of like my linchpin there.
Yeah, so yes, I do intend to have a mode like that, which would kind of like eventually grow into like a proper full editor.
Okay. Oh, I just realized you're Centauri, not Sol. I sent the groups to the wrong area. Oh no.
Yeah, so there's that. So
Yes.
there will be this kind of a mode which is intended exactly for like being able to make Are you shooting at my unit? You dodgy. Right, cool. Yeah, so there will be something like that. Yeah, long story short.
Okay, no, beautiful. Is there any thing that you're looking at right now to help yourself when it comes to or not yourself, but the players when it comes to like a ranking? Is there like a ranking system coming in? Is there something
yes.
to like? Okay.
Yeah, very much planned. There will be a matchmaking system, essentially to units in the way. A sec. Sorry, I'm just going to move my units.
No, yeah.
Yeah, there will
Tactical
be. Yeah, there will be a matchmaking system.
Okay. Nice.
Basically, which will allow players to kind of like join each other based on rank and stuff.
Okay.
So
Cool.
there we go. Yeah. So yeah. Geez, it's a pretty tough match. I can see all your stuff coming in.
Yeah.
And then there's the alien, then the
And then-
AI that's coming in with his stuff. Jesus
Oh
Christ!
no, that guy, that's a commander now. The player has that.
Oh crap!
Yeah,
That's right.
Yay, chaos.
I was wondering why he's doing so well. You know.
Yep.
So I'm getting like squished from two ends.
Let's see here.
Though to be fair, you're being quite kind right now.
Well, actually, to be fair, completely honest, I forgot you were Centauri. I'm so used to fighting Sol that was just the color I honed in on, and so now I'm moving north. I got
No,
distracted.
continue what you're doing, man. Feel free to continue what you're doing.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll split my forces. I have a few I can spare. I'll send you a little bit of love though too. All right. What is the greatest problem you're having with the game right now? And what's your greatest accomplishment? And then, what's something that you actually wish you could have for the game, but you can't? Like, you just can't. Is there something that you're thinking of that is just a huge roadblock that you would love to, but you can't? Or maybe there is nothing, I don't know.
So in terms of real accomplishment, I would say that like even combining RTS and FPS in a modern way, and having everything based on physics, so things correctly interact with each other, like hitting each other and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably the biggest accomplishment of the game, I would say. And achieving it all in a really large scale, right, is
Yes.
also I would say that was one of the most difficult things to like do in this game, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I'm fighting with the most is, of course, performance, because, of course, this requires a ton of performance. It requires a I'm
It
kind of
requires good
concentrating,
specs,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ. Yeah, it requires good specs. So yeah, that's basically what I'm like battling with at the moment to like to make it all work together. But at the same time, it's not like it's not that much of a problem, really.
Mhm.
It's just it's just a ton to kind of like deal with, if you get what I mean.
Yes, no, I bet it is, sure.
Yeah, so combining all of that together is basically the biggest issue for development. Otherwise, like I'd say the hardest thing was to get of all things, ironically, the hardest thing was to get like structures in their realistic size to correctly work with the terrain and the AI and all this kind of stuff, right? Oh God, do you really have to send all that?
No, I don't have
my
to. I get to.
Base is under attack.
Oh no! Right, manual control it is. Jesus Christ!
I will say though, my economy is just horrific right now. So really, I don't know why I'm sending all these forces north. I guess it's just for the funsies. But maybe I should, if you're doing direct. Oh God, I gotta like. Oh, I forgot to even have the hunter. Let's go.
No, forget about the hunter. Ignore him. Just leave him in the back.
Hunter's a
You
good little
want
boy.
let him chill. Let him chill. Let him chill.
He
Let him
deserves
chill.
fun.
He
deserves fun.
Oh my God!
I forgot how strong the little heavy quad is. It's actually kind of tough. I gotta be honest. No.
Well, no. It's not that tough. What you just lost, because I had another one shooting you like
fair point.
shooting you
did.
from the back. So that's
No,
why I went
good,
that way.
It's good.
It was the only effective thing, only effective tactic.
I'll take it.
Oh yes, thank you, rocket launcher. Yes.
Rocket
Yes,
launcher
yes,
for the
yes.
win. Hey, yo, shrimps, how about you, I don't know, do something useful? Hang on, I gotta get these guys moving. I ran out of biomatter. Oh, probably shouldn't actually announce that to the world, but I did, so it's too late. Anyways, next question. Obviously you prefer Centauri. So I was gonna ask you what your favorite faction is. You know what? This is an interesting one. What is, if there is any, will there be a, you don't have to say probably specifics, but will there be
Oh no, don't dodge. Oh no,
yeah,
what are
there
you
we go.
doing?
Beautiful. Yeah. Just do that. I like what you're doing there, Dram. I love it. Will there be a difference to how Centauri will play versus Sol?
They will be very similar in the way they play,
Alright,
but they're
okay.
obviously their loadout's going to be quite different.
Fair point. Oh, how do
But
I get out of
otherwise, yeah,
how do I get out of direct control mode except for dying?
F. Just press F.
Oh, there it is. Gotcha. All right. I forget. So that's okay. So I mean that's fair enough because they're both human factions. I would assume that they'd they'd play kind of humanly. So
Yeah. I didn't want to do like because like the bigger the differences between the factions and the way they play, the harder it is to actually like, you know, to then tweak the AI for all of them and all this kind of stuff, right? So you want to keep things simple. It's just the reality. Like even just doing the aliens and their whole alien queen is, you know, a tough one on its own, you know.
Oh, the Alien Queen's only in Sandbox right now, isn't it? I think that's the...
Yeah,
that's
but it will be in. It will be in. And, you know,
Cool.
doing the expansion method for that is going to be a tough one in itself. So,
Shoot.
you know, you want to keep things simple, basically.
All right. Your rocket truck is honed in on my my Dragonfly flanking team over here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right. What's your favorite color?
Red. It has
red.
nothing to do with why Centauri are red.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's see. Oh, I need nodes. I forgot about nodes. Oh yeah, shrimps. Could you maybe go to the one that's closer? Yeah. Good job, boys. How much is a biocache? 500. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit more patient. Let's see here. What's a great unit the community has come up with? I'm not sure how much they influence your decisions when it comes to like creating a new unit or something. But if they're, you know, if it does, is there any, you know, community-based monsters or bugs that you've like, hey, that could be kind of neat to add in?
Well, there's of course the Titan, which I'm looking forward to.
I don't even know about the Titan. That'll be awesome.
So the Titan is meant to be a so you know you've got the ultra heavy vehicle factory, right?
Yeah.
The Titan will be slightly taller than that, basically.
Oh, excellent.
And it's an alien. It's an alien unit, so something for you.
Is it ground unit?
Sorry.
Is it a ground unit?
Oh yeah, it'll be a ground unit.
Oh,
It'll be
let's go.
absolutely giant.
Cool.
That's the idea.
I'm so excited for that now. Okay, hear that, everybody? Big bug. Cool. And I guess, okay, so maybe not that question, but the next question then, is there a unit like that like the community maybe in all honesty that they were thinking would be a good idea, but you're just looking at it like, nah? Is there just like a joke unit or something that you couldn't bring yourself to like create or put into the game? Is there anything like that happening?
Yes. Crabapault.
Okay. Oh no, the Crabapault! I was actually kind of rooting for that one. I was thinking that'd be sick. Or like a giant worm that digs underground. There's that. I was thinking that could be a potential as well. Like my dragonflies.
Yeah, like
a little bit.
the dragon. Like I mean, sorry, the dragon thing.
Sorry.
Like the Crabapault is just like, come on, you know, it's like you don't mean that seriously, right?
That's so beautiful. It would be so beautiful. Like I was just thinking, like you launch like a couple, like just the light crabs. Like maybe it builds crabs inside its thing and then shoots them. That's what I was thinking would be cool. Oh, did you destroy your own harvester? Excellent. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment that.
Oh, okay. You don't have to. It's okay. It was caught on not 4K, but 1920 by 1080. It didn't happen. Oh, okay. All right, next up here, let's see here. Silica has a great potential for like a story campaign or something like that. Obviously, you've got the prospector mode, which I believe that's obviously the beginning to a campaign, right? That's
the prospector mode.
Yeah, prospector mode. Yep.
Oh yeah. Like it's that's the kind of like idea, right? Experimenting with like a campaign kind of thing, yeah.
Okay.
So like, I mean, the thing is, I don't want to like promise a campaign or anything like that, because the reality is there's so much to do. I don't want to promise a campaign before 1.0. That's the reality.
Okay.
Right. I really do want to do a campaign, but achieving it is a completely like another matter, you know.
Yeah.
Because it is a ton of work to do in all aspects, you know.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm looking at this map right now. I think you're gonna win here, bro. I'm
not so sure about that.
You destroyed me at the beginning with that light quad assault. Like that one light quad that you had driving, that ruined my whole life. I'll be honest. I'm still kind of fluttering about, but if worst comes to worst, maybe I join your team and we crush Blue Guy.
That sounds good, man.
All right. Let's see here. I'll continue to like try and fight here. I'm not a quitter. Let's see here. Next one. Oh, okay. So now this one's just a stretch because I highly doubt it because you've already kind of got them in here. But is there a potential for a second bug faction or no? I was just thinking just randomly that could be kind of interesting, but I'm not sure how that would work.
Okay, not a second bug faction. But like I have toyed the idea of an additional, like a fourth faction, but definitely not before release. That's just being absolutely 100% realistic.
Okay.
It would be, that would be going overboard.
That would be
a little
much,
too
I
early.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. Oh, I can direct control this impaler. I will survive. Tap, 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 tap. All right, let's see here. Oh, okay. So something that now this is something I've personally had. I'm not gonna say qualms per se, but I have had like just like, oh, that's an interesting choice. For the like, let's how would I say it? I don't want to be mean. Oh, okay. I'm trying to be mean here. No. So
no,
so like let's see. What units are they? The Colossus, the Hunter. I'm trying to think. You've destroyed my thing, so I can't think. Let's see here. I've lost.
The best time to assault you.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I'm gonna send my shrimps back to assist. They'll help. They'll win this. They'll clutch it for me. What is it? Let's just go with the Colossus and the Hunter. So, how is like the design of the units like come to fruition? Because obviously you've got the crab-like units, which are more, like the. I'm joining you. Which are more like the GG, which are more like the like the crab bug variety that we've all that makes sense, at least with the faction, like what they kind of are. But then to me, like the Colossus or the Hunter, they're kind of like an abstract, like they're like a, how would I say it? They're not like the crabs, if you get what I mean, right? They're like their own separate kind of a creature, because I'm not sure how to say it. Does it make sense what I'm saying?
No, I perfectly understand.
They have different designs to them that doesn't make them necessarily make sense per se with the other units. However, I'm not sure. Yeah. That's my question. My question is, how did you come up with the designs of units? Let's just go with that. Otherwise, it gets too long and weird. And then I sound like a douchebag.
No, dude. It's perfectly fine. Oh, there you are.
Can you command me, my dear overlord?
Yes, I'll send. Feel free to grant any one of these units.
Oh, okay, perfect. I forgot I can do that. Oh, look at you with the air power. Beautiful. Well, that's my next question, by the way. After you come up with a question or an answer for my design question.
Yeah. So the design was, of course, like I buy some of the models, because like making them completely from scratch is just not realistic in one person, right? That's like in this kind of quality, right? I can make models, but definitely not this level of quality for like everything. That would just be insane for me to try and do. So basically okay, fair enough, cool. Sorry, I'm just like getting sidetracked here. Right,
you're good.
Cool. Just observing the situation. Just give me a second, and I'll get back to an answer.
Okay. Oh, there's the back.
All right. I'll cancel one of those. Get more of those. Cool. All right. Cool. So where was I?
Wait.
Design.
Yes, unit design. Yes.
So when I selected them, I wanted to see if you go to the quantum cortex, right?
Okay. Yeah.
You'll notice that's one thing which I've seen not many people like mention, right? They don't really like find it strange that above a biotic brain is a floating black orb, which just doesn't seem to particularly make sense, right?
Okay.
And now the oh crap, right? I really need help killing that.
Yep.
If you can.
I'm on it.
I'm just gonna send them all in because we really need to start pushing the enemy. Or they're just gonna,
I forgot that thing has like rockets. I forgot that it's actually a weapon and not just something sitting there doing nothing. Oh god. I'm gonna retreat.
Roger. But it can't hit you. It can't hit you.
I know for sure it can. I know it can. Aren't they semi-heat-seeking?
No, they're not. The rocket launcher is not heat-seeking at all.
Okay.
That's why, just let it shoot at you and then change position.
Oh god. He's got a lot of them though.
He does indeed.
See, he does have a lot. I think I'm shooting. I can't even find. Hang on, I'm gonna switch vision. There we go. That's better. But yeah, so that's all right. No, that makes sense. Then you gotta do what you gotta do to make the game happen.
Oh yes. So, sorry. What I want to say is my idea with the aliens. So my idea with the aliens was I didn't want it to be purely biotic. I wanted it to be clearly biotic, but a little bit strange, right? And it goes in with the lore. the idea is that the aliens, with their mind, or like, I don't want to get into too much lore because I've ruined the kind of like the story or whatever, right? Which I want to reveal later. They're able to manipulate matter, right? And you'll see it in the description of the quantum cortex, which it says that that basically with the quantum cortex that it manipulates. Oh god, I forgot exactly the description I put. But basically, it manipulates the matter and comes up with new evolutionary forms, right? That's the kind of idea here. And the whole. Why did I lose a unit? Oh,
I just lost your fighter for you.
Oh, right, no worries, man. Just, there is a bomber if you want to grab it.
Oh, the bomber. Yes, please.
Oh, and I'll send the gunships with you. You want to do an attack on the enemy base? Let's do that.
Yes, I'm down for that for sure.
All right, so, do you want the bomber or do you want the gunships?
Oh, I'm doing the bomber all day, every day, baby.
I'll send it in to you.
Okay, I have a question that
it's
leads
landing
into
over
the.
there.
Okay, I have a question that leads into the units. So, in FPS mode, right? You're ordered by the commander to go do things. Is there any potential, maybe based off of my astute observations here, that like the first person shooter units, like if you have a player, could like recruit like one or two to follow them into combat?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, sick.
Very much, yes. The whole idea is that you will be able to tell units to follow you in the FPS mode, and you'll be able to basically wait, I'm going to push forward with this assault. Yeah, I'm going to push into the enemy base.
Oh, they're a pilot. Also, where am I?
Oh wow, he's actually not that developed. That's surprising. Like, we gave him plenty of time. I kind of expected him to be a bit more.
There we go. Oh, there we go. My graphics were on high, and I thought that was what it was. No, it's on ultra now. Now everything actually looks good. Oh my! I'm so sorry for everybody. You've been having to look at potatoes this entire time. My God! Now I'm in ultra mode, and it looks beautiful. I'm showing this game and not its true glory.
All right, go attack! I'll join you in one of the gunships.
Where am I going?
Oh, right, all right. I'll just send you to the base.
Command me. Oh, this way. Okay. What was I gonna say though? But no, that's awesome. No, I love that that's for sure. Because another game that, because my genre that I've really been loving lately, and actually I've loved it for as long as I could. I've always wanted it, and it's so cool to see so many games do what you're doing. Well, not so many. There's not a lot. You're still unique. Don't worry. But the hybrid FPS thing, like that is such with the strategy. That is such a dream come true genre for me. Like there's another one, Executive Assault 2. They have that unit follow ability. It's a little sometimes the game's a little janky, but they've come like most games when they go to early access, they've come a long way. But it is, that's just leading a squad of soldiers into a horrific situation. There's nothing better. Unless it was real life, that'd be probably not great, I'll be honest. But at the same time, oh, I'm hitting the gunship. I'm so sorry. Oh, I used that gunship as like a shield there. Oh, I'm getting nailed. Oh, I'm gonna go for something now. I gotta find something to hit. Oh gosh. But yeah, no, it's really cool that developers such as yourself are doing. Oh, I'm just gonna kill a bunch of his units here. Sorry, boys.
Yeah, please bomb the just hit the HQ. That's
okay,
GG.
I'm trying to target a bunch of stuff here. Oh, there it is. I see you, HQ. Oh no! Oh, I didn't get to get my own load off there with that. Dang it! I did like
there's a ton of vehicles. Just teleport in.
Okay, I'll teleport in.
It is absolutely insane. This
guy who joined us, who's very excited to play with the developer, he is not holding any punches. Hang on, where's
Jesus Christ, how many turrets did he put in?
He put a lot. That's one. Oh, that's another
question.
question.
Wow, we lost absolutely everything there.
Okay, that's a question of mine. Turrets. Is there ever going to be a limit on those?
Turrets? There will be a limit overall on structures and
okay.
There has to be. I mean, right now it's just a bit ridiculous, basically.
It's just do whatever you can kind of a scenario right now, which is fair enough though. I mean, it's fun to build all those, but then it comes to that situation where like either if you're playing as humans or bugs for that matter, well, actually not really bugs. The bugs turrets are okay, but the human turrets, if you've got a lot of those bad boys, it's really difficult to do anything against it. So that was just something I was gonna mention.
Well, I mean, the idea is, like infantry should really help with this stuff eventually.
Mm-hmm. let's see. I'm gonna put
Oh,
that-
that was a missed opportunity.
I
I tried to kill him and
so now this isn't like my final question, but do you have a version in mind of a Silica in the future that is like, obviously you're gonna have some sort of a idea, but is there like any concrete idea for what Silica is gonna look like in the future, like when it's finished, like when you get to like Silica?
what I would consider 1.0,
Perfect.
basically.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yes, I do have a very clear idea of what I consider 1.0. Like I mentioned before, there'll be the control points and this kind of stuff, right? Oh god, it's an intense battle, man. I have to really.
Nope. it's
like concentrating on like talking and
yeah,
doing this.
I might have to do this more often. This is literally like hot wings. It's getting progressively worse, and you're
It is,
supposed to
especially
answer
with
questions.
this massive assault.
It's beautiful. All right, I'm gonna go maybe get this tank here. Maybe I'll actually help
And the worst
out.
thing is, I need to like, actually, I'll keep that guy there, dude. If you can get that, then
This
I'll
guy,
be
yeah.
absolutely grateful.
Will
Yeah,
do.
just grab him and thing, and I'll continue building some more structure
Oh.
units, because we really badly need. I want to build a lot of air power. Yeah. Because we need to be able to hit them, and we have a ton of resources that are unutilized.
Beautiful. Oh, there's a little bugaboo trying to kill that tank there. Oh, he's gonna shoot me. Hang on, I'm gonna just try and help out this tank. Oh shit, they found us. Oh, they found that tank.
That's good. That's okay.
I guess it's better than them shooting
I want
structures.
to prepare a second assault. We're gonna go from the north, okay? Because we really need to
Come on,
push them,
tanky.
and going from the north is the only reasonable option.
Come on, tanky. Let me in ya. Let me in ya. Let me be your little buddy. I'm your little buddy. Ooh, come on, rotate, you son of a bitch. Ooh, boom.
Oh, nice. Kill him. Well done. All right, I'm just gonna view the situation from
Okay,
above.
get that
There
right. Well, I
are
can't
a
tell.
ton of turrets around the corner here, okay?
Oh, I'm backwards.
So you might want to. He's building more right there.
Alright.
You might want to attack that one right. It's right there. There's literally a heavy turret right
oh
there.
my god, I just exited out. There we go. Okay. Ooh, there's rockets. Yes, I will. I shall do these things.
He's in this tank, by the way. He's inside that tank.
This tank? Okay.
Yeah, if
Maybe
you
I
can
could-
take that tank out, that's what he's... Okay, he's jumped back out of it. But yeah, that tank, there's a railgun tank there.
Alright.
Just try and hit it if you can.
Oh, come on. Let me get you.
And
Well,
I
can I-
will start
what's
building
the range on
defenses
these?
because I kind of, against the AI, I don't bother all that much. But
No,
I mean,
yeah,
Jesus Christ, I'm
'cause-
just gonna build some outposts and creep towards his base. I know it's dodgy, but
Yeah.
what can you do, right?
Nope, fair enough. Alright, what's your favorite part of game development and your least favorite part?
Most favorite part is creating like new units and new like game features such as this. Least favorite part, debugging.
Oh, I bet that's just a pain in the ass, isn't it?
Oh, it is. I mean, it's understandable.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Okay,
Alright.
fair point.
So, Jesus Christ, I think he may be... Oh, no. Okay, this refinery is full of resources. If you hit
Okay.
that,
That'd be
you'll
brutal.
literally, like, send him back quite a lot. But,
Beautiful.
but unless he uses the resources. But, watch out, there are turrets.
Yeah.
Turrets.
I'm kind of trying to do a trench run here so I don't get hit by them, but they saw me anyways. Oh, and okay. I've only got a little bit of health. I'm just gonna do what I can, I suppose.
Yeah, just watch out, don't go... Okay, you never mind. You're
no.
gonna...
Oh, I'm on the hilltop. No, that's not that's a horrible spot. I didn't.
Yeah, go
I
down.
didn't look. I'm so sorry.
Doesn't matter. All good.
Are mods something you're open to allowing? Is there any form of that possible happening, or probably not?
There is a very, very real possibility of that happening. I will be looking to into modding towards the end of the year, mainly because it's just a ton to finish before then. Modding of all things is less important than finishing the game itself, right? But I will most certainly be looking into modding.
Structure complete.
Okay, come on, gunships. Come over here to Mr. Flumpy.
Where
yeah,
could you put
just so you know.
Let's see. Oh, yep. Sorry.
No worries. I am just making the gunships land over here.
Okay. I was gonna go do a teleport. Oh, speaking of teleport, by the way, is there a way in the future to have maybe not too much of a notification? I actually kind of like how it is right now, where you you kind of don't know where you're teleporting, but is there a way to like maybe have the commander mark a spot for you if possible, or something on that map, or not really?
Well, the teleport is actually going to change, right? The teleport, as it currently stands, it's just strange. I'm going to be perfectly honest. So, it doesn't feel particularly great. Oh yeah, you want a gunship? Cool.
Yeah, I want a gunship. Forgot that you offered that. I didn't even see it.
No worries.
Yeah. All right.
So the teleport should actually change to be more like a one-time thing or a kind of like a node-based thing. Just please don't attack the enemy yet, because I'll
I'll hold off here.
I'll just send you over there, and just be careful so you're not too visible from the air. Yeah.
I'll take a screenshot. That's what I'll do. All right, here. Let's see. Where is? Where'd you want me to go? Marker. Oh,
right there.
Ooh, God,
I didn't. Yeah, I did. So I'm just going to send all that in a few seconds, and we'll just keep building up. And then I'm going to try and build up towards building
that location.
Yeah. So the hub one, we've got one harvester coming back, another one coming back. We have a separate HQ, so they can't kill us in one hit.
You can't one tap us. Nice.
Yeah. I guess we're ready to move in. Yeah. Second battle. Are you ready for it?
Let's do it.
Oh, just before I do, I was answering a question that completely left me.
Oh, the mods. Yeah, the last one was mods. You kind of already.
Yeah, so I've always supported modding, even in like Take on Mars. The entire game was moddable from the ground up, including the menu. If I can, I would like to do that kind of extent of modding in Silica. However, the thing is, I'm not sure of the extent of modding capabilities of the Unity engine, so therefore I have to actually like look into that and find out and so on. So that's why I don't want to promise the extent of modding right now, because it would be unfair to do so. But basically, yeah, I'll open it as much as possible. But there'll be definitely some level of modding, ideally for 1.0, ideally, right? But like I said, the main focus is the game. Modding will come right after. And then after 1.0, expand modding capabilities as much as possible.
Nice. Sounds good. Oh, you know what's funny too is I think that wasn't even the. That's good though. You answered that question, and I had asked about the teleporter, but you answered that one too, where it's going to be like a one-off. Kind of a deal or something like that.
I that was what I was answering. Yeah, there'll be teleportation stations.
I forgot my question.
And instead of, it won't work the same way now where you use it and teleport anywhere. That will be only from like orbit, let's say, or something like that. But otherwise, it's going to be more based around. It's going to be more based around. You're going to have hover bikes, right? They'll be like, ideally, if I can, I'll put it in the next update. And the hover bikes will be gotten from the barracks and.
Oh, he's sending a force towards us. Yep.
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Let's do it.
All right. Let us attack. We'll just send it straight towards the HQ, yeah?
Yeah, let's do that. It sounds good. I think we got whatever that was. Oh, no, we did not.
All right, you have got a gunship. I will take the other gunship.
All right,
let's do it.
Let's
watch out, I almost got hit by a railgun tank. So
I had one go right by my port side there. So yeah, that was exciting. Let's see. Ooh, is that coming for me? I can't tell. No, those are just going straight there. Okay.
Really
you're charging, and I didn't even see you go in here. Already in there. Okay, I gotta represent the Flumpy clan.
Like for these vehicles, you just need to be above them, and then you're relatively safe. At least for now.
Until those heavy rocket dudes who's got in the back lock on. Let's see. Those guys are toast. Those are gone. Oh no, I'm hit. Let's see here. All right. Ooh, oh, stop it.
I believe in you. You can do this.
Thank you. All right. Let's see here. Got that. Ooh. Oh. So now you kind of answered this one before here too. But how are you? Or how does go about optimizing for frames and all? Oh shit! Ooh, I got a gunship here. How does optimizing the game? Not that you necessarily do it on purpose, but at the same time, I think it comes from naturally just like debugging or doing a bunch of random stuff. How are you in like optimizing the game so more people, it's not as laggy? Because I actually had a friend I bought the game for, and he was just having a horrible time with frames. Which it's early access. I get it. These things happen. Is there any Can you speak to that at all? I'm not sure how to question. I'm not sure how to answer that better or question it better. It's just You know, as the,
Oh, 100%.
are there methods that you use?
So there is something that I have planned right now, which it's going to drastically improve the frame rate. It's because it's related to the structures and them being comprised of too many objects and stuff.
Okay.
So that's going to it should improve things a lot. But then, oh god, man, I'm trying to concentrate on your question. Jesus Christ.
I just saw one of your railgun tanks just take out an enemy gunship. Oh, there it goes. It's crashing to the ground right now. That was so cool. Shot it midair. That was beautiful. But yeah, frames.
Yeah, the frames. So I mean, I'm going to be working on that the entire year as well, like apart from the other development stuff. So that will be addressed. I mean, the target frame rate is in like late game 30 FPS min specs, 60 FPS max, like recommended specs. That's the target. Whether I manage to achieve it is obviously, you know. Oh Jesus Christ, man! Bloody hell! Come on. I'm just in the middle of the shit, basically.
So much shit. Probably should actually maybe support my units a little bit more here.
I think hit that with SGG.
Oh, the headquarters? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm going for
Just
it.
hit it if you can. Just don't go too close because you'll.
Oh well, I'm going too close. It's too late. I'm going up. I'm trying to make up for my problems. I have so many problems. Go down.
Shit.
Dive, you son of a bitch. Oh. Okay. Well, I kind of got too aggressive there. Anyways, yeah. So that's good to hear about frames that you're working on that. I don't think I'll be honest, I don't think I heard your answer. I was so focused on the comment.
Dude, it's all good. It's all good.
Alright. Let's see here. Where? Let's see. Where's another tool of drams I can kill in combat? Let's see here. I need to.
Get the railgun tank for the love of God. Get the railgun tank.
Where's the railgun tank? Where's the baby at? I need to. I'll run up there.
Yeah, just teleport. Do whatever you need to. Just get here. Look, let's kill this, and then I'll continue answering. But yeah, there's a lot of performance things that I intend to be addressing, of course. So
excellent. All right, I gotta climb and go to a teleporter. I kind of ran away from the teleporter. I got needy and was expecting more vehicles. So let me go here. I'm gonna go. Last time, I don't even know where I'm at. Okay, so there's us. There's the enemy, I think. So I'm gonna, I guess, drop right here, maybe. I'm gonna like teleport, and it's gonna be like the wrong location. All right. So next one. Why is the harvester so big? Not that I don't like it. I like the harvester size. I like its curve.
It's big for exactly why you think it makes sense. It's big because it's epic. Oh, dude! Oh, come on! We need to hit that headquarters. Is just about dead. Honestly, a single attack and we're done. Like, All right, all gunships attack headquarters. Go, do it. All gunships just hit.
Oh, he's got some air power too here. I'm not trying to. Let's see here.
We just need to destroy the headquarters and we're done. If he hasn't, because I don't think he's got anything else.
I'll attack the refinery with my little rifleman here. I got this. Or actually, maybe I could snipe it. Where's the there's that headquarters. Oh, we're under attack now. What?
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Ignore
okay,
it. Just
okay.
keep pushing. Hit the HQ.
I'll keep pushing.
Hit the HQ.
Yeah, so Harvester is just awesome. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's kind of like, it's honestly, it looks maybe smaller than even modern day, well, maybe not smaller than heavy mining vehicles that we have now, but yeah, I can see it as definitely a progression of humanity where it's just a large mining vehicle for sure, so that's awesome.
Yeah, well, I wanted the kind of, the thing I really liked, have you played Dune 2 or like any of the original Dune games or anything like that?
I've never even seen Dune, I'll be honest, I really need to. It's something it's on my little bucket list. I've just never gotten around to it.
Yes!
Did we win? Hey, we got it! Beautiful! Good shot. I gotta type in a GG as well here. No, awesome. That's good to hear. Let's see here.
Man, that was, Jesus Christ, that was a tough one.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. What was I saying?
Harvester.
Yes, the harvester.
Yeah,
because
harvester.
yeah, so if you play Dune 2, you got the little icons of the harvester and stuff, right? And the harvester is ginormous, right? And like it's that's what I always liked about it. You know, the whole idea that it's this kind of like um uh massive vehicle which is a burden straight from the beginning. You know, it's giant, it's huge, it's not easy to kill, but it is a burden. And that's kind of like the I really like this idea that you got this big burden that you have to deal with straight from the beginning of the game, and you know, you just deal with it.
Yeah, no.
And it just feels correct. You know, that first time that harvester rolls off the refinery and you see, you're like, oh.
Yep. Yes.
You know, it's a good feeling because it feels if it's that was one thing which I like about, you know, other RTSs which kind of have to have stylized scale where all the units are obviously relatively similar size and all this kind of stuff. It's absolutely logical that they have to take that kind of approach, but it's you know, you kind of like lack that feeling of scale, right?
Yes.
And I really wanted that sense of scale with the harvester and the structures. That was the one thing I went for straight from the beginning, like that there has to be a sense of scale. Did you quit the server, by the way?
I did. Yes. Yeah. I did. Or
Okay,
did you want me to?
no worries.
Oh.
No. It's cool. I just want to just because it kicked me off, and I just want to make sure that it was.
Oh yes.
that you quit.
No, it's not you. No, it's me. It's me. So.
It's not you, it's me. But anyway, yeah. So I wanted that kind of feeling of scale, and it's very visible then in like the late stages of the game when you have these massive battles and you got the rockets flying everywhere, the projectiles. If everything was similar sized, like if a person was only 1/10 the size of a building, then it just wouldn't have that impact. You know, I wanted sci-fi buildings, and sci-fi buildings I can imagine that are going to be large because you're going to be processing much more material. Why would you take up, you know, let's say a large surface area but not utilize the vertical area? So you want to have large buildings, you know. And it makes sense with the harvester as well. Of course, you know, like making it from the local materials and by building it on, you know, that's obviously a sci-fi thing. But yeah, I don't know. Like I think, like I'm happy with the feeling that is achieved with the game.
Oh, for sure.
But of course, you know, like going back to the Colossus and these kind of units, they do feel different from the bugs. And that was one thing which I didn't get to finish before, was if you look at the quantum cortex and it has those like little orbs, then the whole idea is that the bugs are able to, through psychic means, able to manipulate matter, right? And even the Balturium itself, right? It's not the crystals. The crystals are actually just quartz crystals. They have just inclusions of Balturium. But the lore for the Balturium is the Balturium is underground, just underneath the crystals, and the crystals the Balturium manipulates by itself the matter around it, right?
Okay.
And it causes the sand to crystallize, therefore quartz crystals, right? So when you see crystals of quartz, you know that, okay, you know, there must be Balturium underneath.
Yeah.
And the thing is, these the aliens are controlled by queens, and the queens are controlled by something else as well, right? Now I don't want to go into that because I don't want to like spoil anything.
No,
but the whole idea
awesome.
is that despite them being biotic, they do have advanced capabilities which are not entirely understood by human beings. Right? That's the idea. So you see like these aliens, they look all biotic. It looks quite clear, like local wildlife. And then you see the quantum cortex, and you see what the hell, you know, what's this weird orby shit? And I've noticed no one's mentioned, like when you try and shoot it with a machine gun or something, it does a very specific sound, and the bullet flies through it. There's this like black kind of streak, and no one's mentioned it till you know, no one's noticed it really.
I've
and
never
it's like
mentioned, I've never
a
heard
little
about
detail.
it until just now. That's so cool. That's
Yeah,
I like that.
It's a little
That's
detail.
nice little detail.
So it's these small details that like there's strange things that happen with this that are kind of not understandable entirely from our human perspective, right? So despite the aliens looking completely dumb and like being the dumbest creatures on the planet, they're actually more advanced than the human race in certain aspects, right?
That's
not the bugs themselves, like not the typical crab, but of course the force that lies above. But
Okay, gotcha.
but I don't want to get into that. That'll be part of like
That's amazing.
if I do a campaign, which I really do want to, but if I do a campaign, that would be explained in it. So
that would be awesome. Like that would be amazing. I love that. I didn't know that. That's some lore stuff, because I saw that there's a short little page thing of official lore on the Discord, and then but I'm not sure if that mentions that with the quantum cortex or.
There's this one, like on the Discord. There's one of the things where there's literally the lore kind of what's it called?
Like a summary?
Yeah, just the lore summary. It's the intro. It's literally the intro.
Okay, gotcha. Fair enough.
Yeah, and then there's that conversation kind of got out of hand. I decided to open it so people could comment and whatever, but then they went off with their own lore and all this kind of stuff. And that's
They
fine.
like to do
That's
that.
perfectly
It's
fine.
fun, yeah.
Yeah, they do, and that's perfectly fine. It's nice to kind of like share ideas, but I do have a very specific idea of what the lore is,
Okay,
and
cool.
some of those ideas are not part of that, and that's fine. Like
Fair
it's but otherwise, yeah, the quantum cortex. Like if you select to build a quantum cortex, you can see the information about it by highlighting it.
Okay.
In fact, I might as well do it just quickly my end.
Yeah, no, I was thinking as you were talking here, I was gonna go back into Silica like in post production and just like show off what you're talking about here. So
Well, I'll do it. I'll do it for you. There you go.
oh, awesome, yeah. Let me.
So I'll just quickly open the like rich base. I'm just gonna cheat spawn a
fair enough,
nest
yeah.
in.
Okay.
Just so I can do it. But yeah, so the description of the units kind of like reveal a little bit of the lore. I haven't written the full extent of the lore. Oh god. Okay, so I'll have to do a different map. I'm just going to do asset test map. That's oh god, cheats enabled. Map asset test. I just want a really quick small one just so I can just quickly put that. But yeah, like there's small aspects of the lore which you can see.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't mind it being an ugly map, do you?
No, that's fine. No, that's okay. So if it's too ugly, I'll do it on my own end. No.
It is too ugly. This one is too ugly, but fair enough. I'll just record. You can just it's quick.
No. Show me what it looks like, and then if it's
Yeah.
I'll probably show it on your end. It's,
Oh no worries.
I'll
Just cheating resources. Come on. All right. Oh wait, I have to put resources, aliens, and a million. Oh, resources.
now that you're trying to
alien.
show someone something, it's not going to work.
No, it works.
No,
It's
I'm
just,
joking. I got you.
you have to build the biocation. I'm just going to make immediate structure completion. Then where is it? Quantum cortex. This organism's intellect allows it to formulate and confine an unknown form of matter, utilizing it to conceive greater evolutionary forms. So there you go.
Fair point. That's pretty interesting. Then I did not know that. Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
On my screen, I'll do the honors of shooting the. All right, so you can hear it. You can kind of see it there. And so what I'll do is I'm going to shoot it and pause time and delete the dude.
Okay.
Delete the dude. Hide that.
Dude deleted.
And yeah, and you can see the things here. Cool. That's that one. All right. Exit. To return to the main menu. Yeah, so I've got that recorded for you, but
awesome.
but yeah, so that's the kind of like that's the idea behind the aliens, and of course, like I do have ideas for like what to do after Silica 1.0 to like complement the game, not compliment but complement.
Yes.
So yeah, should be interesting.
No, for sure.
The most important thing is like how it's received. If it's like no one's interested in the game, like whatever, then yeah, of course you have to kind of like. You can only support it for so long, but if people do enjoy it and like wanted to continue like development, then yeah, I'd absolutely love to continue.
Good to hear. Let's see here. Oh, my last. We've covered everything. This is awesome. My last question, I suppose, before I guess I'm ready to wrap it up. If you are, I'm not.
Yep, I'm fine with that too. I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think you only had a little bit of time, so I thank you for having me.
No, thank you for having me.
No, I guess that's how it would go. Yeah, you're welcome. No, it's been awesome. Do you personally enjoy the first-person shooter or RTS part of your game more?
That's a good question. I like the fact that both are available, and I like to switch between them. But I mostly enjoy playing FPS. That's but the reason being that I like to kind of have the experience. You know, you have the whole experience of being in the battlefield with other units, kind of you know, with the support of other units.
Yes.
And I explicitly enjoy most playing with a friend. For example, my brother, he lives in Australia.
Okay.
Well, still lives there. I grew up in Australia and I moved here. But anyway,
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
and I explicitly like the playing co-op, for example, like that, where, you know, he's in RTS, for example, I'm in FPS, and you know, he's supporting me on the battlefield, and I'm supporting
Yes.
him. You get the point, right?
Yeah.
And I like to experience it firsthand. But then there are days where I really like to kind of like go build the base, and then, you know, kind of like defend from the enemy, and then flood the enemy base, and so on. But the thing is, I find myself playing that less recently, the RTS element. I still play it, of course, to make sure everything works correctly. I try it out. I try it in terms of balancing and all this kind of stuff. But I find myself playing it less recently, mainly because, and I'm going to be perfectly honest, because of the stress, because the amount of actual stuff that has to be done, and how much time I do spend. Like, literally, I work, what, roughly 12 to 14 hours a day, sometimes more.
Jesus. Yeah.
And sometimes even on weekend nights and this kind of stuff, right? The main thing is I want to get this game good. I want to get it done.
Yes.
So it's the thing is, with an RTS, you kind of need to have a clear mind, right? Because you're controlling a lot of things. To do well as an RTS commander, you need to have a clear mind. Whereas an FPS, you can be a dumb grunt in quotations. Right, so it's just like, oh, there, you know, shoot. You get the point. You don't have to be.
Well,
you don't have to think about too many things at once. You
it's
know,
admittedly kind of more fun to a degree. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so that's why I find myself playing the RTS less recently, like properly playing.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good. And I would argue, yeah, I would get that where the for sure the first person shooter is probably a little bit more relaxing. Because
it is.
like, well, when we were both, when, you know, we were doing the questions and we're all, you know, we're doing the strategy and stuff. I mean, I get lost in my own like thoughts like easy, and so and also like your first move, that light quad, that honestly, that after that I was like, ah, shit.
Well, I want to be honest. I knew that if you
beautiful.
don't attack the aliens early right now, because right now the balance is like because you know you were taking it easy, right? If you went full on and like you weren't concentrating on like answering questions, I mean, I asked that streaming
you saw
question.
how many nodes I can put down. I love nodes. Nodes are my favorite. I put those bastards down quickly.
Yeah, well, the thing was, if I didn't find you early, then you know, it would have like, if you had been somewhere else, that would have gone a completely different way.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like I knew that you have to hit the alien eco quickly, because you know, if you had gotten a Colossus, I mean, I would have been gone. I didn't have anything to answer to a Colossus, you know. But that's the thing. It's like in terms of balance, right? That's like a lot of people have mentioned the Colossus, and like the visual design, it fits in with what I had in mind for the aliens. In fact, well, to be clear, the original idea of the aliens, like which I had, but it just was way too. It would have been way too problematic to actually complete and like to do. Would have required custom designs for every single unit and all that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
These crystals were actually meant to be everywhere. Or well, not everywhere. Everywhere around the alien base. The aliens were meant to be not so biotic in visuals, but more crystalline. They're meant to have like crystals coming out of them and this kind of stuff. So imagine kind of like a fox, kind of not literally a fox, but that kind of a four-legged creature with crystals coming out all sides, you know.
Yeah.
And they retract during the day, make it easier to kill, but during the night they come out. So if you attack the alien base at night, there'd be crystals everywhere, which would actually be deadly to the touch. Like not deadly, but you get the point. You can impale yourself on them, you know. Very sharp crystals. So it was meant to look very visually different. Yeah. But it's exactly the kind of thing where, you know, you have a concept, and then when you start developing on your own, you really quickly realize that you know, modeling out and doing all of these creatures in a non-stylized way is just like, you know, obviously going photorealistic, then it's just way too much, way too much to do. So I had to go and like take the slightly easier route of finding sources where I can get some models from, you know, and modify them myself, of course. But you know, to make it all fit in, because the Colossus looked completely different when I got the model, you know. So I had to, of course, make it look a bit more. Sorry.
Is there concept art out there that you have that?
For some of the stuff, yes. For some of the stuff.
Interesting.
like for the hover bike, for example, right? That comes from Mr. Bliatman. That's his thing
Nice.
moniker on Discord. But it's his name's Francois. Yeah, he has like the concept art for like the hover bike and the Sol buildings and stuff. And it'll be interesting like to put that stuff out afterwards.
Yeah. Yes.
But I think some retroactive concept art. I think that would be quite nice to have, because I mean I want some desktop background. Right now, my desktop background is literally a screen grab from the roadmap video, so I don't forget what I have to have done by Q1.
Hello, everyone.
So just making sure I stick to that, because sometimes you can, like, I can be quite creative at times in the sense that I tend to diverge, right? So I'm working on something, and you need a little bit of a break, so you start working on something else. So I'm doing some like changes to the Scorpion and this kind of stuff, and you kind of start going down a route which just goes on to ad infinitum, and then you realize, wait a minute, I have to have the hover bikes done. I need to do this, and then yeah, you get the point.
No, I got you. No, yeah, you have it. You see it, and therefore,
yeah, precisely.
You have to look at it then, and you're like, darn, if I don't get it, I'll feel bad. Yeah, no, that's awesome. And actually, I was just looking again at the revealing the roadmap video. And I was just thinking that'd be kind of cool to layer into this section here. So yeah, I guess that's all I have. And I guess I'll start wrapping up by just saying, is there anything else you'd like to say to everybody? Is there anything? I'm not sure how wide of an audience this will get, but we'll see. I have people who love Silica on my channel, so we'll see. But is there anything you want to tell anybody? Anything you want to like promote or something like that?
Well, promote, no. But like definitely, I'd like to again like thank you, for example, and all the other people like in the community that support the game, that play it, that enjoy it, that provide feedback, good and bad. You need both.
Yeah, no. Yep.
So I'll say it again. So so definitely I would like to thank like everyone, including yourself, who support the game through creating videos, providing feedback, good and bad. Of course, you need both.
Yes.
And playing the game, and you're literally helping develop the game by providing feedback, and also by supporting it, by playing it, because when there's a ton of servers, you can jump on somewhere, play with some people and see how people play it. And if I had gone with just not early access and just gone pure for straight 1.0 release, then I can tell you, literally, the aliens would have had. It wouldn't be swarming as they are now. I mean, I literally expected there to be a maximum unit count of about 200 for all three sides combined. Right, that was my expectation.
Gotcha.
And I didn't put a unit cap in because I just was nearing early access release. And I was like, it's not that important. People just played a bit. I'll add it in later and whatnot. And it's like, on one hand, I'm thankful I didn't put it in. On another hand, I'm like whipping myself for not putting it in earlier. Because
definitely a good stress test, I bet.
Exactly. I mean, like the good thing for not putting it in is because people just made absolutely phenomenal kind of like battle videos where they had hundreds and hundreds of units, and it looked absolutely epic. Sure, at really low FPS, but nonetheless,
yes, it happens.
And then you have the converse side of that. That if I had put it in, then there would be less reviews complaining about performance, because literally the performance is due to there being no unit cap, right? Because from the way it was intended to be played. With, let's say, one or two structures of each, not like massive sprawling bases, then literally there was no performance issues, even in the initial release. Or they weren't I was literally getting late game about 45 FPS, right, which was okay for an early access release. But then people came and they literally took it down to like 5 FPS with literally like 50 tanks. 200 infantry, and then the aliens had like 300 units and stuff. They even had 700 at some point. Like literally half the map covered in structures.
Yes.
And going at 5 FPS, and people were still enjoying it. So it's like at that point you're like, Jesus Christ, how can you enjoy this? But at the same time, when you join that, you understand and you see the potential of your own game that you didn't know you had. So it's like that's why like some people are complaining. I noticed on like the Steam discussion forums, they were complaining that the development is going like a little bit slower than it's going relatively slow. But the reality is that everything I had planned had to be moved aside for the tremendous performance issue that cropped up, which was completely unexpected. So you had to completely shift your plan off to the side.
Mhm.
But that's the thing. It's like you have to take the good with the bad, and the good is that people enjoy playing it. Even the bad reviews, like all the negative reviews, sorry, like that dislike the game, don't
Mhm.
dislike it for the game itself. They dislike it for the performance, and they like,
Yes.
well, watch it, see how the performance improves, and that's perfectly fair.
Mhm.
I kind of hope they do come back to the game and hopefully review their review.
Yes.
Or update it, but it's fair enough. I mean, that's just the reality. Once you put a product on the market to sell, you have to take the good with the bad.
Mhm. No, you have to. And that's I think there's still people out there that I guess the concept of early access kind of washes over them when they see something they expect it to be
Yeah.
ready to go right away. It's like, well, you can find those games on Steam, for instance, but the fun of early access, at least for me, is finding the new titles that are just being worked on that are they're unique, they're cool. There's nothing is out there right now like this. Why? Like that's
This
why
is true.
I
I
only
mean,
stock early access.
it's
That's the only way
like
to go.
my experience with this has been because Take on Mars was in early access for 5 years, for a very
Mhm.
long time, because it was in work for like a year and a half, and then it was released into early access. The initial plan was to have it in early access for a month and a half. Steam
Mhm.
said, "Please no, we want they disagreed with 1.5 months. They wanted to push us to 3. So okay, all to 3, but we came to an agreement for 2 months early access, and then
Okay.
it pushed to 5 years. But that was because we had only literally the rover section planned, and then we started adding humans and all this kind of, and just spiraled out, into a full true early access game. Whereas
Yeah.
but the reality was back then I kind of suspected that the problem with, because that was like one of the first early access games, like the first one, or one of the really really first ones, was like Arma 3, right? And then
Mhm.
there was a couple of other ones, and Take on Mars I think was like maybe the 10th or something like that, roughly speaking. I don't want to lie, I don't remember exactly the statistics.
No.
But long story short, early access was it was it was viewed the way I thought it would be viewed by a lot of people, and that was that, oh, they get access to the game early,
Yeah.
but magically the game is completed, and it's like
Yeah.
I don't blame anyone for kind of, because it's a human thing, right? You kind of like, you hope,
Yeah.
why do you buy a lottery ticket? You hope you're going to be the winner, right? So that's kind of what you're hoping here. It's like, oh, cool, I'll be able to play the game, I'll enjoy it. Yeah, there might be one or two uncompleted, like incomplete things, but you're
Mhm.
kind of hoping for it to be good. Where the reality of development is, the game looks and plays like shit until near the end of development. It's just the reality,
Yeah.
right? Especially, like, for example, even in Silica, the commander AI. A lot of people say like, oh, it's absolute crap, like it's terrible. But the reality is, until you've got all of the things that the AI needs to be able to do in place, then it's not good. Like, if you don't put in, for example, it to be able to defend itself, then it looks incredibly dumb, because it just sends all its units out for attacking and
Yes.
just doesn't defend itself correctly. So it's like you have to. And it's the way I've written it. It's utility-based AI, right? Or more or less, that's the kind of like style I've gone for.
Okay.
But I will be replacing the AI with a better solution, a third-party solution, possibly. I'm
Okay.
looking into one, so we'll see
Okay.
how that goes.
Interesting.
The way I've designed it, it's exactly the problem, where you need to have all of it done, or it's going to act dumb. That's the problem with it.
Fair enough.
But that's just the way it goes.
No,
But yeah, you're
yeah.
right. Early access is very much viewed as, oh, I get early access to a complete game, and it's
Yeah.
that's why I think early access is better approached with the way I had approached it with Take on Mars, for example. I'm not like tooting my own horn or anything. Take on Mars, buy it.
No.
I'm just joking.
Shout out.
No, I'm joking. I'm just joking, honestly. Like I do like, Take on Mars is a special place in my heart, but it's an old game. If you don't like the genre, don't bother. It's a simulation game, right? It's not an action game. It's a simulation game. Well, with Take on Mars, the way we had gone into early access at that time was, okay, from an internal perspective, it's going to be basically a beta, which means you've got all the features in place, you've got the models more or less finalized, maybe a change here, change there, but it's more or less ironed out that there's just a few bugs, right?
Mhm.
That's the state we went into early access with. That, I think, is the most reasonable approach, because players can play it. There's not that many issues. There's no like game-breaking bugs or anything like that. Yeah, sure. There's a quirk here, quirk there. You're kind of like more about polishing rather than actually making the game. Like whereas with Silica, for example, there's a lot that needs to be developed. But then again, I kind of go against myself with, for example, with Silica. Had I released it in the intended form, there would be a unit cap, and it would have probably had like half the audience less, maybe. Because the large unit counts, just people are attracted to that. It's the feeling of that massive combat scale. It's clearly what drew people in.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say that earlier. Is the scale, like you're talking about the buildings and like the Colossus and like the Titan and all that stuff. Yeah. No, for sure. The scale is. I like a good variety of strategy games. However, games that have like semi-proper scale, or in your case, just insane scale, which I love, that draws me, because it always throws me off when like there's some strategy games out there, like I think Age of Empires, which to be fair, that's a classic, but it throws me off with the unit scales to the buildings. I don't like that. I like having it makes sense to the size. I like that, and so that's something that I think
that's the issue. Yeah, I
captured well.
100% agree. I 100% agree, and that's exactly why I approach it that way, and also because it's FPS, right?
And FPS,
but it's like that is the kind of feeling I get as well. It's like you're when you're playing, for example, Age of Empires or something, you understand that the unit has to be scaled up, because otherwise zooming in and selecting a tiny dot is just unpleasant. I mean, even Supreme Commander had you could zoom right out, zoom right in, but even the units were still like relative to each other, because having tiny little dots is just a problem. So that's why there's like in Silica there's a kind of like 2 zoom type thing, where if you zoom right in, you can select individual units, and they have the correct selection size based on their actual size. But when you zoom out, then it's just group based. It groups the units together, so it's easier to see and select what is which unit is which. But yeah, absolutely. Like the one thing which I really wanted, why the designs of the buildings are the way they are, and why the colliders and the models are so complex, was because I wanted a proper feeling of FPS when you're running around in the world. Like someone builds a barracks, and then you got the interior, like it's a very small interior, but you got the you got the whole area on the barracks where you can hide, move around. It feels like a level in itself, and that's kind of like what it should be. That's my especially the refinery. There's so many places you can hide, but the AI needs to be able to deal with that when a crab, for example, gets in. And that's base defenses. That's just another thing. Base defenses. The turrets need to be a bit more efficient. And such, because that one crab getting into your base and it just chews an ultra heavy vehicle factory because you don't have time to get to A units is just frustrating. They'll be solved by repair as well.
Yeah, of course. That is one of my I've had like some of the most hectic but awesome moments when I've been FPS mode and like a horde of crabs that attacked some building or something. It's insane because like you said, it's like a level in of itself, because they're everywhere. you have to like you're trying to find them before they destroy the building. It's like you're running around like little corridors and alleyways trying to like shoot the crabs, and it's especially at night. I gotta say, some of my best FPS moments is at nighttime, where it's kind of like a horror like a horror game to a degree, where if you're in like a human,
like that.
It's like, oh my god, they're everywhere. And
it's really especially cool. when they overrun your base. It's a really good feeling.
And the muzzle flashes, and it's just so beautiful. It's awesome.
Yeah, and that's the thing. What I want to do is I want to put more options to the server setup, so you can for example, and of course server setup applies to single player as well. Limiting the tech tree, for example, so you'll be able to limit no A units, for example. Because sometimes or even just like the battles that happen at Tech 1, like the first, like just the earliest tech level, where if you build a light vehicle factory, you can only build a light quad. They're actually quite engaging, because you get a lot of infantry, interaction. And it's I kind of like the tech scales too fast sometimes, right?
I think so too.
So my approach that I'm intending to go in the future, of course, is the tech will be reliant on like the tech progression will be reliant on a multitude of things. One of them will be, you have to, of course, you'll for example, like Age of Empires, you'll have to build 2 or 3 structures from a given tech level to be able to progress. Right.
Cool.
And then the individual tech levels, right now you just unlock a tech level and you're done. right? But it should be that you have to actually unlock like or upgrade, for example, a particular factory so it can produce railgun tanks. So if you even if you get to Tech 4 and you build a heavy vehicle factory, it won't be able to produce railgun tanks unless you upgrade it to be able to do so, right?
Okay.
So it'll be a bit more limiting, or slow down the tech level, because right now people just build railgun tanks and just spam those because they're very efficient, they're very damaging, and so on. And it's a bit of a shame because right at the beginning of the game you kind of get a little quick encounter with the infantry, but you'd never see it again.
Yeah.
And the infantry. Well, here's the thing, right? Once I put in I have in the works. I have for the heavy, it'll be a part of an upgrade. It'll get replaced, like the 4-tube rocket launcher will get replaced by essentially what equates to a javelin or a stinger, which will be against vehicles, right? Air and ground. We'll see what works better or whatever. But especially against air, it'll be designed against air so that you'll be able to hide these troops in the hills. And if air units come in, you just suddenly get ambushed by infantry, and the infantry. You look at modern warfare. Infantry very much are relevant.
Yeah. Still, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a very important thing to I think incorporate, because I think infantry is small yet can do a ton of damage.
So they hold ground. They they can carry. They have a lot more, I feel like, versatility than a vehicle does, or at least it's easier to equip them. There's a lot of like different little. It's easier to modify a human's like outfit rather than a vehicle, I feel. So
exactly. Plus, like how I mentioned before, the part of the one of the things that should be in the following updates is control points, right? So the map should be divided into control points, like in Company of Heroes, for example. And so you will fight for these control points, and these control points will only be capturable, or most of them will only be capturable by basic infantry, right? So Goliath won't be able to so it means that you'll have to kind of like keep your infantry relevant, but some points will be, of course, captured by a vehicle. If it's just a lookout point, take it with a vehicle. But if it's, for example, a structure, then that will have to be taken by infantry.
Yeah, obviously infantry.
Right? But I'll have to experiment. I don't want to lock myself to that. I'll experiment, see what works. These control points, that's the thing. It's like that should also, I'm considering whether that could also limit the tech upgrade, that you need to have a certain amount of map control to be able to, upgrade to the next tech level as well. But at the same time, that means that when you start winning, it's going to just make you win even more. It's something that has to be considered. Yeah.
Okay, that'd be kind of cool. No, and not to take away from Silica here, but there's another game that they have a playtest coming out right now called Broken Arrow. Not sure if you're aware of that one.
Broken Arrow. It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
It's like if World War III happens, essentially. It's like a modern strategy. But one thing that bothers me, and I'm fairly certain they're getting complaints about it, and I hope that they do change it, is they have control points. That's the mode for the playtest. It's only control points, 5v5 teams, whatever. But both vehicles and infantry can capture these control points. And the thing is, though, is that no one really hardly uses infantry. Like, they're useful. You can garrison buildings with them, but they you can drive just a bunch of tanks and anti-personnel vehicles up and control a point. And it kind of like, if they're trying to go for like the more of a hardcore strategy kind of style, like they're trying to make it somewhat realistic. I feel like definitely infantry should make should be able to capture the control points, because then it forces you to actually think about I have to bring my infantry in. Maybe I can protect them, but I actually have to have them in order to hold this point or something.
Yeah, 100%.
That's cool.
That's
I
one
like
thing.
that you're thinking of that.
And the other thing is that I'm also intending to eventually put in capturing of structures, which will be based on infantry. Obviously, not aliens. You won't be able to capture an alien structure, or aliens won't be able to capture a human structure. But the aliens will be maybe able to disable a human structure by covering it in biomass like that. Maybe I'm leaning like
interesting.
I'm just not sure. And
you
I'm
have
not
like
sure
a vomit unit that throws up biomass on top of it or something. Maybe, I don't know.
Possibly.
That'd be interesting.
Well, I'm actually considering giving the crabs a very limited ranged weapon, like a spit, which would be more like a shotgun, right? Because right now it's it can be really frustrating trying, like, you're chasing something, you're right behind it, and you just can't do any damage to it.
That was me today.
I want to, and I want exactly. And I want to do so that it's a little bit I want to move away from really long-range projectiles for the aliens, such as the Scorpions one, right? Like long-range ones, because it's annoying. It's not fun to play. It's not fun to play against. They get up on a hill and they just spam your base. They just keep shooting these little projectiles at your base, and it's difficult to get them. You know, it's difficult for them to kill you as well because it takes ages. It's a lot of ricochets against tanks. It just doesn't feel good. So I've actually I've got like a change locally where they shoot this kind of like biomass ball, which is like it's more of an arc, so you can kind of like more bombard an area. It's not so specific, but I'm going to increase its armor so that it is a bit stronger, like more ricochet, not necessarily health, but more ricochets.
Gotcha.
So the idea is that, you know, if you're shooting against a Scorpion, it's going to be harder to kill it. You have to get more direct hits. But you know, you're able to dodge its shots more. And at least for me, currently, it felt much better to play as, and that's the important thing.
Cool.
So I want to take that direction with the other units as well, because I'll see how far I go. Like the Impaler, for example, I just can't come up with anything else it would particularly shoot. Maybe an electric bolt or something like that, but that's like, it's silly, right?
Yeah, I like.
So I'll have to think what I
Yeah.
can do with the Impaler. I have to think like what I can do with the Impaler. But for example, the Colossus. One of the things that's been mentioned is to change to a support unit. I'm not sure I really like that idea, but currently what I've currently done is reduced its range to about 500 meters.
Okay.
So it's right now it had like a 1,800 meter range. Right?
Yeah.
It could shoot your base from infinity and beyond. And it feels good to play as, because you feel really powerful, and it's like shoom, and there you go, erase the base. But it doesn't really feel good as soon as you see a Colossus in the game, and you know, you don't have railguns that are quickly available to like near it to kill it. It's basically GG for the humans. Because even if you kill it in the end, it takes out half your base, and it's just way too much. So rather that, I want to make it be able to tank a lot of damage, or like that's currently what I'm going to try in the next build. In the next beta build specifically, and we'll see what people say to that, is make a bit more tanky, or like even the health it has now, but like reduce I've removed the weak point from its eye. It's only active once it's shooting. If it's shooting, then it's a weak point. It's a very strong weak point.
Cool,
at that point.
interesting, nice. Right? Okay, didn't know that.
And I want us to see what that plays like, and limit it to 500 meters, which means you'll see it coming from a distance. But you know, you have time to prepare before it actually gets close and can actually take you out. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays. If that still feels bad, then then I might actually change it to a support role. You know, one of the options was like they would have a radial effect on its teammates. Would be either heal them quickly, so like the aliens within a certain radius would heal, or alternatively that it would give them a bit of a buff, like kind of like a shield to a degree, or make them be able to like ricochet more, you know, from the bodies from their bodies and stuff. I'll see. I'll have to like experiment with it more.
Good point. All right, well, I think we're starting to get a little. I had one more question pop up there. We're getting a little bit long here. I had one last one. All right, I promise. Last one.
Last question.
All right, and then we'll wrap it up because this is just very interesting. I'm sorry. How did you come up? Because I find it iconic. Like honestly, whenever I think of this noise, it's iconic at this point for me. I love it's such a cool sound. The railgun tank, I love the noise it makes when it fires, like the reloading and then the firing, and then same for the siege tank. That is like the boom, as the ball of energy goes by you. That is such a cool noise. Is that did you make that yourself? Did you find a sound effect for that? Because that's awesome.
So all the sound effects, like the vast majority of them, I am doing myself. Like obviously, I have sound libraries which I use, and I mix them together to make the sounds I want. Right? Some of the sounds I did record, like literally morphing my own noise, like or something like that, and you kind of like morph it and whatever. But it's very few sounds like that. But for example, like the voice box, that's all me, unfortunately. But the siege tank, that one I had a very clear idea. Like if you've seen Star Wars episode,
the Attack of the Clones with the seismic charge, right?
Yes. The seismic charge.
Badass.
That just stuck with me ever since. I just really like that kind of like.
Yes,
sound.
That's such a cool sound. Yeah, good job.
So I wanted to have like something similar to that. And so I found I did a mix of about 3 or 4 different sounds, which kind of like sound exactly like I wanted them to make it. Yeah. And even the shooting, how it goes like.
Yep.
It's kind of
it's so badass. It's
so
so
I
insane.
wanted that kind of like feeling that you get. It's a heavy vehicle, you know.
Oh, it feels
You want
just,
that feeling that that it's going to do a lot of damage.
back to
That's the
scale
feeling you
again.
want.
Yeah, it feels like
Yeah.
it's a weighty thing.
Exactly, and with the kind of with the railgun tank, again that was a multitude of sounds I put together. I think it was like 6 or something like that.
Okay.
And it was the kind of, I was looking for like a punch. And then but like a kind of like punch and a kind of like pull back. So it feels a bit like an artillery. Like it just needed to feel like that there was something that really moved heavily inside, but was like dampened, you know, not like, so it doesn't, because old artillery cannons were just like metal on metal almost, right? Because the spring was relatively powerful, but it compressed until it hit. You know, here I want to kind of like you know, kind of like, you know, like it gets slowed down by a force or whatever.
Yeah.
So I wanted that kind of feeling then, you know, as it kind of like recharges, you know, for the next shot.
Yes.
Because I originally I wanted to do it like that. You would hold to charge up, so like, and then, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing was that it would be, I'd have to program it into that. It's just, and it doesn't feel all that good to have to do a kind of hold and then release. It's just much more fun. It's like click and you get that kind of feedback. It's like, fuck you, you know, feeling.
Yeah.
So that's what I was kind of like going for with that.
No, awesome. All right, that's my last one. So thank you for joining me. This has been awesome. I've learned a lot about Silica. I don't pop in the Discord too often. I come in and I lurk for a little bit here and there. But hearing it, like a lot of this stuff directly from you is just amazing. So yeah, no, so I guess we're at the end of the video. Thank you everyone for watching. If you got this far, please hit a like button, comment, subscribe. Go check out Silica on Steam. What is it? It's like $20 right now. I gotta say it's an insane deal for what you're gonna get for it. It's awesome. Sure, there's like, you know, there's a couple optimization things, but as Dram said, he's working on it, and also just be patient. The game's it's early access. You'll get it, and it's getting worked on. It's beautiful. It's great. So. Yeah. Thanks, Martin. Thanks, Dram, for showing up. And
thank you.
Have a good day, man.
Thank you, and thank you all. Enjoy.
All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Okay. Take care, guys. See ya.